Live. Okay, cool. Let me just adjust this. Okay, cool. So, I have been trying to practice going live on YouTube. It's not been going that well. I was doing something wrong with the scheduling, so I'm just trying to give this another go. I'm just going to send the link to my community. Come and watch. Okay. Cool. So this is essentially my first live on YouTube because everything else I posted is old videos from a long time ago. And I had an overwhelming urge to come out and try and share some value with anybody that wants to see it. Mainly this is aimed at people already in my community, so already learning about how to create an income online, but maybe haven't taken the plunge just yet to move on with their business. And I had a conversation with someone, I had a call with someone a couple of days ago, and we got onto the subject of, waiting for the right time. And I've been thinking about that this morning. And the crazy thing is, it's something I think that we all do. So, like, what made me think about it was I having a chat to somebody offline, and they were like, talking about what I do, and they were like, "Oh, maybe in a couple of years when I want to quit my job, I'll give you a shout." And I just obviously went, "Yeah, that'd be great. Whenever you need something, see you later." Kind of humoring. But the bottom line is that that person will never ever get there because it can take some time in any business, especially to get to the point where you can actually earn enough to quit your 9 to 5, which is 100% possible. I know hundreds, if not thousands of people within the industry that I work in that do this full time, me being one of them. And so my days are completely different to how they used to be. My days are essentially playing golf. That's what my passion is. That's what I would do if I had all day and unlimited money. So, that's the life that I live. It wasn't always like that. Obviously, I worked a job like everybody else, but I didn't wait to get started until I was ready to quit my job. That's a crazy thing to think, if you think about it. So I started my business kind of like 4 years before I was ready to actually move full time, so that I could have income from a job to fund and fuel my business. And then as my business overtook the full-time job, I then knew that I was in a position to be able to comfortably, quit the 9 to 5. So I think that the point of this is that there's never going to be a right time. It's never going to feel right because it's a fucking scary thing to do. For most people, especially if you've never launched a business before, taking that leap, regardless of what it is that's stopping you, financials, mindset, fear, whatever it is, it's a big jump for people to make. And I totally get it. But that feeling is always going to be there. And that feeling that you've got, which you're putting down to fear, and like you're probably thinking it's down to your defense mechanism stopping you from doing something that you shouldn't be doing, actually is excitement. Because fear and excitement are kind of the same feeling, but it's whether you attribute it to the fear side or attribute it to the excitement side. And I've always been really good at putting that everything into the excitement side. So all the businesses I've ever started, I never really worried about it. It wasn't a fear thing. I kind of just thought, feel the fear and do it anyway. Like, fuck it, who cares? What's the worst thing that can happen? And that's the crazy thing about working online, because the business that I do now, the worst thing that could possibly happen is I end up with some amazing products that I ended up loving and would keep regardless of my situation in the business. The other businesses I've done, and this is the point, people think that working online is intangible. You don't get anything for your money, which actually is just not true when it comes to high ticket affiliate marketing in the health and wellness space. But the other businesses that I've done before, I literally ended up with nothing. So I recently sold a house and I was cleaning out the shed and the loft and getting all this stuff out that's been there for kind of 20 plus years. And in the shed, there was a metal sign, right? You know, like a metal sign, A-frame, which was for the Oriental Supermarket, which was a business that I started in Reading Town Centre to open this Oriental Supermarket. And I lost about 50,000 on that in about 6 months. It was really quite a painful experience, but all that I was left with is this metal sign that I couldn't do anything with. So actually that business was very intangible, but you know, when it finishes, you're left with nothing. Whereas if I decided to stop my online business today, not that I would for any reason, because it gives me the lifestyle right now that I want, I would be left with amazing products that I've invested in. And this is the fear, isn't it? Right. This is like what's the catch? I guess that's, you know, what's the catch is what a lot of people would say at the start of a journey like this, because they automatically think everything is a scam and everything is, you know, not for them, and everything's like for the other person that's going to make it, which is just a crazy way to think about life. But you know, what is the catch? You know, the catch is that you've got to learn new skills. And the catch is you've got to invest in yourself in time and money in terms of ads and affiliation and all that stuff that goes with building a business. But in comparison to any other business I've ever done, the time investment and the learning of new skills and the investment itself is so tiny compared to a traditional business, with an upside that is just absolutely fucking huge. So the title of this video is Don't Start a Business, or Don't Start Your Business until you've watched this. And really what I want to come out and say is that there's never going to be a right time for you to start, right? You're never going to feel ready. Like that's honestly just the way it is. On the majority of the time, you're never going to feel ready. And understanding the full picture is what I want you to do before you start. Understand that the upside to this business is so fucking massive. The potential, when we're talking about running paid advertisements online to a worldwide, if we choose, audience, you know, there's billions of people, and it gives you an unlimited scope to who you can advertise this business to, just sat at home or playing golf or being with the kids or being on holiday, because we can do everything from this little device in our hand. And with technology these days, with the automation that's available, it means that even everything else that goes with it can be done and set up on your behalf, which I just think is unbelievable, because all the other businesses that I've done are very, very manual. So they've cost a lot of money. They didn't have a lot of upside, but that's how generally how businesses are. It takes you kind of 2 to 3 years just to get your money back usually, right? Whereas in this business, you can get your money back from a few sales because the investment is so tiny, relatively speaking. Okay. Everything is relative. And, you know, the downsides, the catch is that you've got to invest in yourself. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to invest time, and you've got to learn new skills. Now, personally, I don't think any of those things are a downside, considering the massive upside potential. So for me, my day now is playing golf, checking out some training videos, jumping on the odd call to help the newest person get their business started, or get their head in the right place. And you know, that's my day. I get the rest of the time to myself, Well, imagine if I'd have started any other business or still had a 9 to 5 job. Those things wouldn't be possible. So I think it's really important to understand what the catch is when you're starting any business. And I don't mean this business, absolutely any business. The catch is investment. If you invest nothing into a business, you will get nothing out. That's just the way business works. If you invest no time and no effort in learning new skills, you will get nothing back. And I think the problem today is that everybody thinks that it can be done for them. They don't have to put any money, any time, any effort into anything, and somehow they can get it all back. And that is the employee mindset. That's why so many people are stuck in a job, because they are quite happy to go and work a job because they see that as the least risk. And someone else who owns the company that took a more of a risk is earning way more. They're the ones that are going off and playing golf every day. They're the ones that can swan about like the boss and do what they want. So employee mindset keeps us in a fear-based situation where we're constantly scared of what might happen if we actually try to step out of our comfort zone and do something different. And you're bound to get ridiculed. Like if you mention it to friends and family and fucking Uncle Bob down the pub getting pissed up, a lot of the time these people are stuck in that fear zone as well. So they'll say to you, "Oh, I don't know, it sounds a bit risky." Fuck off, Uncle Bob. What do you know? The people that can manage to get out of that fear zone and out of their comfort zone, that's where the magic happens. That's where you can start really getting into it, learning new skills, and turn that fear into excitement. And that feeling is what's going to push you through all the way to success, all the way to quitting your job, if that's your aim, or traveling full time, or spending time with the kids, or even still working but having more money. Like whatever the situation is, everything is possible. Everything is possible. So don't let the feeling that you've got be fear. Let the feeling be excitement. The excitement that you're actually going to do something for yourself and not for your boss, because you're the one that's going to gain out of this. You're the one that's going to eventually quit their job, or travel to nice places, and whatever the dream is, whatever your passion is, everything is possible with a business that works online with automation in high ticket affiliate marketing and high ticket sales. So if you've got any questions, I know this is going to be posted in my community links. So if you've got absolutely any questions at all, reach out to me. I'm on Instagram. I'm at Andy LA Newitt, or you can follow my, you can go straight through to the landing page and register if you're not registered for this business, at andynewitt.com. Put your name and your number in, and that's for new people that haven't jumped into the business yet, that see this on YouTube, and want to get involved. But if you're in the community already and you're feeling that fear, like you understand kind of what I'm saying about that feeling of fear, then you want to turn that into excitement. And if you want to jump on a call one-on-one to go through some things, I'm more than happy to do that with anybody. There's space in the diary this week. So I hope that you get some value from this, and let me know underneath this video if you've already got your business started and whether you felt that fear in the beginning and how you turned that into excitement. So one quick story, last thing. The only way I could describe it when I actually got this business started, because all the other ones, I just did it and didn't give a shit. I just, fish spa, food stalls in Portobello Road in London, supermarkets, electrical stores, whatever it was, I just dived straight in because I never really expected them to, create any major success. I hoped they would, but I really didn't expect it, because 90% of businesses fail in their first year. When I was looking at getting this business started, I could see it was going to succeed. I could see that because the running costs were so low and the upside was so big, I knew I was going to succeed at this. And the only way I could describe it was the nervousness before getting started. Was imagine you go to buy a lottery ticket. I don't know if you do or you don't, but you go and buy a lottery ticket every week or whatever. Are you nervous when you go and buy that lottery ticket? Are you scared? No. Are you excited? No. You're not anything, because you probably just think it's not going to win. And if it is, it might be a freebie or whatever. But try to imagine for a second, just close your eyes and try to imagine walking up to that counter and buying that lottery ticket, knowing it was going to win. Imagine how that would feel, and the excitement that you would feel. That's how I felt just before getting started with this business. That's the only way I can equate those feelings, because I just knew it was going to work. And for once, it actually made me nervous, because I knew it was going to change my life in ways that I really didn't understand yet. So back when I got started, my dream day was to, go and play golf, go away whenever I wanted to. I didn't have any children, so that wasn't part of it. But today I'm living that day. I mean, it's a random Wednesday at 11:15, and I'm choosing to jump out and do this video because I want to. And then I'm going to go down and play golf. And then, I'm going to have lunch. Then I'm going to go and play golf. Then I'll come back and help a few people out with their businesses. And that's it. What an amazing situation. And if I hadn't got started in the first place, I never would have got here. So I hope that you can get some value out of that. Let me know underneath either in these comments if you're watching on the replay, or let me know underneath the comments in the WhatsApp community that we've got, if you've watched this video and if you've got any value from it. And have a lovely rest of the Wednesday, and I'll see you all soon.